Once a kid, yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Actually, I don't have to wake up until 9 anyway, so I'm good. Or 9:20, I should say. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up until 9:20. Wait, what? Oh, he talking about our game? I was gonna say, I'm like, Linda, ain't no game on right now. I was running with the Packers.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium.
They have
the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard
Actually, hold on. Let me get some music going, too.
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
What? Niggas is running past him?
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the...
No, I'm talking about the other guy, my safety. He just let him run past.
Pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Rolling to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Almost gets to the 10. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Out of the gun now on third down. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And the Bears first down.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
On the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 10.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings 3, Bears nothing.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Bears nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach.
Whoa, what type of passing interference is that?
Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light.
That nigga really got in front of him.
Looks like he had green on that play.
Oh, that's some goofy shit.
Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out right at the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They run with Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 7.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
This makes the score Vikings 17. Bears nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
That's what I've been doing, man.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears get a bit closer. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now. The field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Hurts. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Intercepted.
On 1st down, Cook. They find some open field here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. On the move to his left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time to you. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that... And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain.
They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Quick pass out to Miller. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The give to Taylor. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, Hurts. Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Hurts sets up to throw it. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. A 10th carry in the game for Carr. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit for the field goal.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. second down. Here's Hurts. Setting up the screen for Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A gain there of 21 yards. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Madison running on first down. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hurts. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
On the draw is Taylor.
I was watching the movie with the NFL. We were watching that. Actually, we should watch that as a group of homies one day. We're watching the second installment of The Shining that they just put on HBO Max. Woo! That movie was looking creepy. But Dominica fell asleep within the first 30 minutes. So I just turned it on so we can watch it. I was like, Dominica. She was like, I'm not gonna sleep. As soon as I turned it, she was like, I want to watch that movie. I said, bet. I turned it on. She was like, oh, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes? I was like, look, if you're going to fall asleep, I'm not going to turn it on. She was like, oh, no, I'm fine. 30 minutes. Gone.
Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh yeah, I'm up. No problem. I'm up. Next thing you know,
Trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man is tight. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebackers. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop down from behind the line of scrimmage.
Because I've been, she wants me to talk to her more, but she doesn't like replying to me.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
She said something like, she was like, I appreciate your concern, but I want you to get more involved with your son.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears cut into that lead.
So, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they've earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
Listen, ooh! Right, nail on top of the head, nigga. But listen, what I'll tell you, Shorty. So I was like, first of all, I was like, first of all, I'm working both jobs right now.
He's dropped it to 23.
I don't have any opening days to go get set. Okay. I got a new job, so I can have more time off. Dang, you know.
Nothing.
The Minnesota
No,
offense
man.
about ready to
I was
get
like,
this next
one.
drive underway.
He's
It
frustrated,
would
and
appear
this
that
one he
first
got to
round
get up
bye
at like
certainly
9 or
helped. They
something.
look fresh from the start.
I was
And
like,
no
listen,
letdown here
I was like,
as they lead big
I just
in this
got a new job, so
divisional
I can have
round,
more
and they
time
look
off,
to
so I
book
can
a
have
spot
him.
in the conference championship.
Okay.
And on the stop, the former
I
Georgia
got this
Bulldog,
job, I
Roquan
can have him off
Smith. The
and
last
I've
run
been
good
trying to
for
do
2.
better.
Here's 2nd and
Right?
8. Again,
And she was like,
Cook.
cool. That's all she said. She was like, cool. And I
He's
said, but don't
upended
feed
at
me
the
that
33,
bullshit.
following a good
Trying to sit
pickup
here
of
and act
8.
like I'm not trying
The
to.
Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for
Oh,
7
you know
so
what?
far in
I don't
this
even think
game.
that's how the
They're
conversation
looking
went.
at
She said, I
3rd
want you to
and
be
most of the
more
football.
involved
They'll
with your
run it.
son.
Here's Cook.
And she was like, I seen that you were in
And some
Rancho
room to
Cucamonga
work.
this weekend. Why didn't you come by and visit?
And he takes this
And I was like, I was in Rancho Cucamonga this weekend. She goes, yeah, I looked at your location on Snapchat and it said you're in Rancho. Why didn't you come visit your son? And say hi. He would have loved that. I was like, they tell me the only time I'm in Rancho during the weekend is when I'm working.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball.
She was like, why didn't you come say hi? I was like, you want me to come say hi while I'm in my company vehicle that gets tracked and they track my miles?
This game not quite as good as the last, but still
Sure, Summer. I can see what I can do.
So not quite a first down just
She was
yet
like,
as they
cool.
come up
Then
on
I told her,
2nd and less than a yard.
I'm not here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there.
I
He's
was
had
like,
his
I
way in
pay
this one, but
full
this
child
time
support
they get him
every
behind
month.
the line.
I've been on time
Now we're
every
going to get a
month.
stoppage.
Okay.
Appears to be an injured Bear
I
on
see
the
him.
field.
I see him on weekends.
Well,
I
he
can
gets
definitely
attended
see him
to.
and have him.
We'll step
And I'm trying to
aside.
have him more often.
Escaping the
But
pressure
don't push and fight for full
team, and it's
custody if you
intercepted.
don't actually want
Eddie
full
Jackson
custody. That's
picks
what I
it.
don't understand
And a
about you.
big turnover there as
Like if
his
you wanted
guys
partial
will get
custody
the
because you need
football
more
back.
breaks, then let me have
Young
partial custody so I
quarterback
can only pay
Charles
partial
rolling to
child
his
support.
right. I know he's
If not,
right-handed, but is
shut
that
up.
one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks,
If not,
it may
shut
take
up.
a few years before they get
The only
all
time
the
I can
stuff
get him
out
from
of
you
them
is
that they
on
did
weekends because he
earlier in
has
their
class
career
on the
or even
weekdays.
in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
And I
In this
currently
case,
work every weekend, so the only time I can get him is when my mom, when I know my mom is going to be home or be free enough to take care of him on
And
weekends.
his pass is intercepted for
So
the 4th time
it
today.
kind of limits how often I can
Picked
see him,
off at the 40.
and that's why I got a new job so I can change them.
And he will
She's trying to sit here and act like,
one.
oh, I don't,
It's a touchdown.
you're not involved with
Well,
this.
there's just
Shut
about a
up.
minute left in this game, and they're still taking
Shut
it
up
to the
now.
end zone, and you know they could have
Like
taken
now.
a knee there, but they decided
You're-
to play
you're
this
out
long
of
way
their
out, and I
mind.
think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Possibly.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
10 yards on the
They
pick.
still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
Niggas is actually feuding over that over TikTok. I was watching that today. Niggas is doing Itachi versus Goku. niggas love that.
Bro, that's an obvious troll.
How? You think Goku's beating Itachi?
Itachi's not even top 15 in the series, nigga.
Goku isn't beating Itachi, Justin. only because of how smart Itachi is. See, there's a lot of arguments behind that, and people are like, what you mean, like, Goku's gonna go straight after him? And so yeah, and that's the problem. Goku's not smart enough to think before he fights somebody. He just goes in head first. If he goes in head first at Itachi, he's dying. Itachi doesn't even have to, and everybody was like, well, yeah, Itachi has these Sharingans, blah, 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 but he has to make eye contact with Goku. I was like, no, he does not. He can have Goku fight in another dimension for hours. And Goku, it'll feel like years, and Goku wouldn't even know. Because Goku's not smart enough to figure that out. Goku will lose. Goku probably has more raw power than Itachi, sure. But when it comes to intelligence, sorry. Goku get maxed out because he's stupid.
I don't believe a word of what you're saying, but you can believe that.
You don't believe a word of what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's a fact, Justin. All of that is facts. Itachi does not have to look at him. He can just put him in another dimension.
Top 15 in his own series, bro.
Bro, and that's what makes Goku sad. Because he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be top 15 in the series to beat Goku. That's what makes it sad. That's like a real thing. That's like a real thing. There's a lot of Naruto facts that people really, really sleep on. Just how people think